Hey everyone, it's Saturday again, and this is Lucas, your Saturday Squishy Transpeep. It is week 10, and I'm gonna be talking about my childhood. Um, so part of what I'm supposed to be talking about is when I knew that I was trans, during my childhood. And quite honestly, I didn't. Um, well, like, a lot of my childhood was spent, trying to hide other things about myself. Um, I was diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome when I was 2.5 back in 1991, and I've known about it since I was 5 years old. So my main focus, or at least the main focus during a lot of my childhood, was to get speech and behavioral therapy for me and to get myself adapted into mainstream classes, into mainstream school, or at least the ones who weren't run by assholes, which eventually I found one. Um, and for myself, my main focus was to try to pass as neurotypical, to pass as one of the other students, especially because in the 3 elementary schools that I went to, I was the only Aspie. So that did take up a lot of time and energy, and that didn't really leave much room to try to discover what my sexuality was or what my gender identity was until into college. So what I'll be talking about are signs throughout my childhood that probably should have given an indicator. So when I was a child, I didn't really like Barbies or makeup or anything that, girls were supposed to like. I played with Legos and Bionicles, and I loved playing outside, and I liked exploring. I still like exploring, but, back then, it was a sort of escape. Um, when I was about 9 or so, um, I was at my dad's, and there was this shed in the backyard where the men in the family used it to, pee behind because, only men can pee standing up and all that shit. So, I took it upon myself, at 9 or 10 years old to do so. And my dad caught me, and he was you're not supposed to be peeing back there, you're a girl. And I was crying because I didn't want my mom to find out, because I thought it would be the most terrible thing in the world. And he was like, don't do it again. If you do it again, I'll tell your mom. And I don't know, moments like that, and wanting to hang out with my younger brother and his friends, even though I am 2.5 years older than him, and, I should have been making my own friends whenever I would visit my dad and my brother, but no, that wasn't the case. Yeah, they were doing more interesting things than I would have been by myself. But for the most part, I was discouraged from hanging out with my brother and his friends. So I spent a lot of time writing. Let's see, other things in my childhood. Experimented peeing standing up and failing miserably, but I've been told that, a lot of people, experiment by trying to pee standing up. That doesn't mean that you're trans. And I was just thinking, shut up. Don't discredit my experiences because they're not like yours. I've been going through the experience of trying to pass as something other than that I'm not for the past 2 decades, for 2 completely different things. You don't get to discredit my experiences. That's just how it is. In high school, well, actually, no, let's go to middle school. Yeah, in middle school, I was fascinated by facial hair and, the people around me growing facial hair, and, really hating and being disgusted with my own body changes, and starting the terrible menstruations, and just growing into an image of something that I didn't want to be, but didn't know exactly why I didn't want to be that image. Um, so, like, in high school, I, like, joined sports that are primarily, you know, for boys. Like, I was in wrestling, and I wasn't really that great at it, but, it had a lot of, like, really great exercise sort of consistencies. So that was wonderful. And, like, I was asked to join the football team on more than one occasion in high school, but I didn't. I don't know. High school was very tough because I was trying to suppress a lot of different things that I knew that I was inside, so I probably came across as very angry. And I was very angry for a lot of different reasons. Um, so, um, I guess all in all, like, my childhood, like, it really didn't focus on gender as much. Sure, there were some things that gender played a part of, like, um, my friends trying to, give me makeovers in the past, and me absolutely refusing. Although I did, like, a week and a half ago, like, do a little bit of a makeover with some friends, but, you know, having a makeover as a guy, completely different experience. More thrilling now than, it was, being, like, cis female and doing the whole makeover thing. No, just no. Not for me, thanks. And I just remembered, like, being absolutely kind of mortified, like, in 6th grade by my leg hair growing, like, and my mom didn't let me shave until I was, like, 12 and a half or something. But no, it was definitely interesting. Like, that experience at least, and me absolutely loving my leg hair now. Um, I wish I could be more help, about the gender stuff, about when I knew, but honestly, I can't really pinpoint it down. I know a lot of other trans people figured it out when they were 3 years old. I guess that if I wasn't diagnosed as an ASPE at so young an age, and if I didn't focus on that, maybe I could have noticed a lot sooner than I did, but that's just what the case is for me. So yeah, I suppose that's it. The song that I was playing is an instrumental version of Through the Fire and Flames by Vitamin String Quartet. They're amazing. So, until next week, I am Lucas, your Saturday Squishy Transpeep. Have a good week. Bye.